Aha. The Americana. This is probably the first submission move I ever learned. And it's a really good one. It comes up a lot. Anytime you're in side mount, throw this, tear the guy's shoulder to pieces. One of the most basic submissions you can throw in side mount on this guy's opposite side arm is the key lock or Americana. Now, the basic defensive position that people kind of undertake when they're on their back is to, like, you know, they hold their arms in tight or whatever it is. A lot of times, guys will start to push on your throat to make space. And this is a good time for me to catch this arm. So if Tom isn't careful about exactly where he puts this arm, I'm gonna catch it with my left wrist. I'm on my right hip. On this side, I catch this arm here, boom, I'm gonna push it to the ground. It doesn't matter where his hand is. If you have the ability to get a hold of his wrist and push his arm down to the mat, you can get a hold of the Americana and destroy his shoulder forever. Here's a cool way to get a hold of this arm. I'm gonna reach over, grab Tom's trap right here. I'm gonna push my elbow down to the mat right next to his neck, kind of cutting off his blood supply. What's Tom gonna do? He's gonna push on my neck to create some space. When he pushes on my neck, I grab this arm and I push it to the mat. Pretty much anytime I wanna open up a submission, I challenge the guy's ability to breathe a little bit. You know, it doesn't have to be a full choke. I can just kind of grind on his windpipe, make it challenging for him to breathe, and then he'll inevitably end up giving me something by pushing on me. Now, if I already have this underhook, as I should have in side mount, when I push this thing down to the mat, you can see that this hand is just waiting to grab my own wrist. Sweet. Once I have my own wrist, I'm gonna come back to all fours. So if I had been chilling on the side, I'm gonna need to get all fours to finish this. Push, grab, come to all fours. This next bit is the most important part of the finish. Instead of trying to just crank Tom's elbow here where he's got plenty of space, I pull the whole thing down to his side. Now there's a lot less flexibility. Tom immediately taps out, and if he doesn't, his shoulder gets torn to pieces. That's the key lock. Again, whatever I have to do, get his wrist to the mat, grab my own wrist, pull it down to the side, come to all fours, crank up into it. Now, when you're cranking on this guy's arm, you want to keep his hand and wrist pinned to the ground. So in this demonstration video, since I have his hand pinned with my left hand, I'm going to push all my weight down with my left hand, and then I crank with my right arm. Now, I have a way that you can actually catch the Americana like 95% of the times you're in side mount, using a real clever ground and pound setup to make him put his hand in a stupid place where it's not supposed to be. But you have to go to howtofightnow.com in order to get this, and it's free. You can type in howtofightnow.com up there, or you can click howtofightnow.com in the video description box. Either way, you'll get to go to the free video and see some awesome stuff. I'll see you there.
Yeah.